Hey, Dave Summers back here with episode 6 of the greatest supply chain challenge in history, global distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. And once again, I'm here with mentor, good old friend, and the owner founder of Advantage Technology Solutions, Sandy Vosk. Sandy, how's it going today? How are you?
I'm great, Dave. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And what I thought we'd focus on today is flexibility and adaptability. And if there's anything we've learned as individuals, as a society in this last year through this pandemic, from a survival perspective, it's about flexibility and adaptability. Um, but it's certainly the case in the COVID-19 distribution as well, the vaccine distribution. As of today, February 9th, in the US alone, we're up to over 43 million doses have been given. And that's averaging close to 1.5 million a day, which is a significant increase from where we were a few weeks ago. And what I'm really impressed with and gives me good positive feelings is 73% of the vaccines distributed are being given. So that's a significant improvement from where we were a couple of weeks ago with vaccines sitting on the shelves. And certainly, President Biden and his team deserve a lot of credit for this. They've shown flexibility and adaptability coming out of the gate, looking at inventory, how we could use that more efficiently. They've increased capacity by 20% to the states in that regard over the next few weeks, partially by just looking at what was coming and freeing up some inventory. And secondly, by using and ensuring the special syringes would be available so that they can get that extra dose out of the Pfizer vials, which is, let's not waste anything in this process. So that's really good news. And again, from a flexibility and adaptability perspective, he's shown no hesitancy in calling on the National Guard, FEMA, activating US troops, freeing up federal funds, the Defense Production Act to ensure that PPE equipment is manufactured in the United States. These are all great, great steps. The one I'm most impressed with from flexibility and adaptability are the mass vaccination sites. And anybody I've heard from who's been to a stadium, the Javits Center in New York, has had nothing but positive things to say about the experience. Everything from the attentiveness to the quality of the shot. So that will give us, greater capacity to provide more vaccines to more people on a daily basis, which is just, it's excellent.
No, I totally agree, and it says a lot about our ability as as a civilization, even as a society, to be resilient. You know what I mean? And resilience happens at so many different levels. But personally, professionally, societally, it's a testament to it. It really is.
I mean, you and I were reflecting last week in something you produced about, just from a knowledge awareness and how much knowledge can you keep? And, being an entrepreneur, it's a balance, but, you have to have flexibility and adaptability if you're going to succeed in this world. And
Yeah.
from a business perspective, it's huge today, right? I mean, uh, I believe in e-commerce, especially
hmm
because of the pace of change. And it's not a fixed thing in any way. It's growing exponentially,
hmm
as is the technology fueling it. So companies need to have an approach with flexibility and adaptability
hmm
to grow into it and continue
hmm
to leverage it,
hmm
and meet their customers' demands. In fact, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be collaborating on a workshop,
hmm
really a webinar, a live Zoom webinar
hmm
with three other executives on just this very topic in e-commerce, the keys to success being flexibility and adaptability.
hmm
Perhaps you'll put the URL up if
Sure.
anybody's interested in attending. But to me, it's such a key issue in so many ways. I mean, we could do a whole hour session
I
on just
know.
flexibility and adaptability.
I know.
But
I'm hearing more and more about that too, Sandy. I'm actually one of the people I follow on LinkedIn basically said it was funny. He just did the throwaway video and he basically said, if you're not this, don't talk to me. If you're not this, you know what I mean? I don't have time for you. So that his price of
absolutely.
entry was, make this e-commerce thing, make this digital thing happen. Sandy, Once again, at the closing of every program, you give us your 3 questions of the week for the audience to ponder and get back to us on. Once again, Sandy's email address is on the page here. Please get at him. What are your 3 questions this week?
So I'll approach it from an e-commerce perspective, and really, how are customers' e-commerce demands impacting your business? From the folks out there, from a top line perspective, how and where they sell their merchandise or services, and from a bottom line perspective, what does it take to deliver what customers expect on time and where they desire it? So that's number one.
Mhm.
The second question I would suggest people really reflect on what are the biggest issues they face today in keeping up with e-commerce? And I would look at it from space limitations. They may have a fixed amount of space where they could store things and they don't know if they need to expand.
Mhm.
Labor challenges, which have only been exacerbated during the pandemic. And now having to look at maybe even when we come back, half high, virtual physical mix, and technology. So many companies are utilizing what they have and utilizing it well, but it can't keep up with the pace of change. And therefore, what do they plug in? What do they replace? And that's a good second question to focus on. And the third one, I think, just in the theme, is where are there opportunities in your organization to just achieve better results through flexibility and adaptability? Where are there some opportunities where if you just step back and pause, wow, if I just look at it a different way, maybe I can achieve a better result.
Exactly. That reframing is so important. Sandy, we've only got 94 episodes to go until episode 100. Anyway, we want to thank everyone for participating. And once again, Sandy's email address is on the frame there. Sandy, I look forward to next week.
Thanks so much, Dave. Have a great day.